Hello, Stewart89. Well, I spent about a day avoiding watching the trailer for Thor: Love and Thunder because I just can't. I'm not a big fan of Taika Waititi. I think he's incredibly emotionally immature. He can't create an actual film with any real substance or um, emotional integrity. It's just a bunch of juvenile humor to undermine every serious element that could have actually appeared in his films. I hated his Thor Ragnarok. I didn't know it was a comedy and a parody when I went to see it. I was expecting a third Thor film, and I loved the first Thor film, and I kind of missed the second one. I saw bits of it, and I sort of thought, it's not interesting enough. And the third one did actually look interesting so far as the visuals and everything. So I thought, I'll go see it on the big screen, and it was so cringe. The humour, the adolescent, immature humour, the way it undermined everything. The second you thought there was going to be a serious moment or an emotion or something, it was undermined with just some cringe humour, and I hated it. And I thought, my God, this is worse than Superman 3. Because the first two Superman films, Richard Donner tried to take Superman seriously and treat him like a god on Earth. But unfortunately, the people running the show who were paying for the films wanted him to be a silly comic book character. So you had those two factors fighting each other in the first two films, and then when they got to the third film, they're like, oh, we're going to fire that guy and we're just going to have a fun, silly superhero movie where, it's just a bunch of jokes at the expense of the superhero, basically. And basically they think, because they don't get what comic book superhero characters are, they think they're a joke. And unfortunately, Taika Waititi is one of those people. He thinks they're a joke. He doesn't take them seriously, and he can't take himself seriously because he doesn't. I don't think he has the maturity and the confidence to actually make a real statement. He has to make a joke out of everything. So the whole, oh, if you laugh first, you laugh at yourself. It doesn't matter if everyone else is laughing at you. That sort of approach. That seems the way he does everything, and that's what most comedians and funny people are damaged, insecure people. And I hate him. I really hate him. I know other people love him and everything, and he's cute and all. I mean, if he just not be him. So I watched the trailer, and it's everything I feared it would be. We have a bunch of cock rock, 1980s Guns N' Roses, or is it? No, I think it was 88 or something. It was 80s. Sweet Child of Mine. That was 80s, wasn't it? Yeah. So they got the bad cock rock playing. I'm like, of course. And they got just this is one joke after another. Like we see him, basically saying, I grew up, basically I was, my hands were, made to fight, blah, blah, blah. Now they're just made to, I'm just here to be peace. I just want to find who I am. And he's sitting on a hill with long hair, meditating and all those cliches. And the good thing was he does lose the weight. They show him doing the Rocky sort of montage of getting back into shape and everything. And he's like, and I think the tagline, one of the lines is, not every God has a plan. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find myself. And the God lover, what's his name? The Christian lover, the one who hates gays, Pratt, Chris Pratt. His character, I've forgotten his name, because I've kind of disowned Guardians of the Galaxy because of Chris Pratt, because he's just a twat. He's like, just, if you don't know who you are, look into the eyes of those you love or something like that. And of course, he's kind of trying to edge into his eye line. He's like, no, not me, not me. It's just that sort of humour, that sort of immaturity, that sort of, like, what are you going to achieve in this film? What's going to happen? There's going to be no growth, no development, nothing, just a bunch of stupid fart jokes, basically, and a bunch of old retro songs which were cool when he was a kid and no one cares other than people in their 40s about. Why would anyone give him this much money to ruin a franchise? Why? How does this keep happening, that the worst possible people to be in control of a franchise are the ones who get control of it and get paid lots of money to ruin it? He took Thor from a serious film, a serious cartoon character, comic book character, superhero character, mythic Nordic character or whatever. Now he's just a bumbling joke with 80s rocker hair. That's just cringe. That's just awful. Was there anything good? I mean, the visuals look good. the world building and everything is great, all that stuff, because that's where the money goes. But so far as the story, the direction, I mean, we saw Lady Thor, and I don't care about her as Lady Thor. Everyone's like, how dare you have Lady Thor? Ah, we can't have a woman being Thor. Ah, men's penises will fall off. Ah, they won't be able to impregnate women and prolong the human race or something. I don't know what their fear is. Okay, we've got a Lady Thor. She looks okay. She doesn't need to be as big as him because the power comes through, not through her physical strength. It's like Superman. He doesn't need to have big muscles. He gets the strength from the sun. Thor gets it from something. I can't remember. Is it the hammer or does it? I can't remember. But either way, she doesn't need to be as big as him. So the idea that, oh, she can't be Thor because she's a woman and she's smaller, that's just stupid. So I have no problem with Lady Thor. Natalie Portman's a good actress and everything, blah, blah, blah. But it's just, what is this film going to achieve? It's just going to be a bunch of stupid fun for stupid people, because that's what they're making this for. These are for, not for the comic book audience, not for the genre fans, not for the intelligent people, not for the sophisticated, artists and cinema critics. This is going to be for dumb, fat, drunk guys to laugh at, to sit, eat a bunch of chips, and laugh at silly superheroes flying around. That's basically what this is for. The general audience, in other words, to make a lot of money. That's what this is for. It's a crowd-pleasing, mindless... I don't know. Could I insult this film anymore? I'm not consciously trying, but I just hate it. I hate it already. I'm not going to see it in the cinema. I probably won't even see it on DVD because I just don't want to lose... I'm already going to lose brain cells because of COVID, because it shrinks your brain when I eventually get it. I don't want to lose any more by watching this film. So, yeah. So I hate it. Didn't know how much I hate it till I started talking about it. Hate it. Not going to watch it. Hate Taika Waititi, although I'd still do him because he's hot, but he's an idiot. Why to be attracted to an idiot? I don't know. He's getting old. He looked hot when he was young. But yeah. I don't know what I was talking about anymore. I just don't want this film to exist. Why does it have to exist? Why can't we have serious superhero films where they take the characters and the history and the mythology seriously, instead of looking at it like, oh, superheroes running around their underwear on the outside, oh, let's laugh at that. Oh. That's the mentality of half the films they're making now. Snyder was too dark, but at least he treated them like real characters, and like, the God approach. Because there's two sort of approaches to comic book characters: treat them like a joke or treat them like a god, because that's basically what they are on Earth. And you can go too far with that. There's a nice balance. Richard Donner found it, and no one has since. I don't think. No. Burton was good. His Batman were good, but they were on the comedic side. But the darkness kind of balanced that. So he did find his own balance within his little genre there, subgenre. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just waffling now. This didn't need to be this long. But I need to vent, because I am really angry at what they're doing to... And Guardians of the Galaxy, it's kind of different because they started off being a joke. And no one took them seriously in the first place. I mean, they've got a raccoon, for God's sake. They're talking raccoon. It was a joke. And people didn't take it seriously, and it was okay. But Thor was taken seriously, and then we got to see him basically pulled down and demeaned. And now he's a joke. I don't like that. Same thing happened with Batman in a way. He started off being serious, and then he became a joke by the end of the... God, who did those last two films? Burton did the first two. Oh, was it Kevin Goldsman, or did he just write it? He wrote one of them. I can't remember who directed them, but he died recently. Poor thing. What a legacy to leave. But yeah, I'm just waffling on now. Yeah, why? This is why I didn't watch it for a day, because I'm like, I'm going to watch it, I'm going to hate it, and I'm just going to rant about it, and people are going to be like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? You're such a hater. You don't understand why these things are so great, because, that person's too stupid to actually realise how bad they are. And, yeah. And that's what you get when you're an intelligent fan and you're actually looking at things and taking them seriously, and not just being a general film-goer person. I don't know what to call those people. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Yeah, do you think there's any hope this film could have any part of it that is redeemable? Do you think he might be able to find a balance between humour and comedy and lightness, and actually taking the characters seriously and making like a real person with actual issues that have to be dealt with, and emotional needs and development? Do you think it's possible that someone as immature as him and morally corrupt as him, let's not talk about his personal life, do you think someone like that could actually create something with any substance? No judgment. I'm going to go. Bye.